I don't get angry often. But you mess with my wife, you mess with my kids, that'll do it every time. Donald, you're a sniveling coward, and leave Heidi the hell alone. I'm gonna tell you what I really think of Donald Trump. This man is a pathological liar. He doesn't know the difference between truth and lies. He lies practically every word that comes out of his mouth. Donald does seem to have an issue with women. Donald doesn't like strong women. Strong women scared him.
So I am proud to endorse Donald Trump for President of the United States. I look forward.
Have you ever watched Grey's Anatomy or ER?
What are you waiting for? Let's go.
I don't know whether Ben Carson lives in the land of the deluded, but I tend to think, well, this is my personal thing, if I would needed a consultation or something and he walked in the room, I'd look for the nearest exit, because I don't know whether Ben Carson lives in the land of the deluded, or if he has that Tim Scott self-loathing scenario and situation when he looks in the mirror and, oh, I can't see myself. I'm not really who I see. He's done this interview on CNN. I'll play you a couple of clips from it. He's lost the plot. In fact, that's being nice about it. To call it Car Crash TV, that's being nice about it. What happened? Is he on this Clarence Thomas path of just denial?
And last one, Dr. Carson, should Trump, or would you support Trump prosecuting President Biden?
I think in his speech yesterday or the day before, that he took a more conciliatory tone and recognizes that the problems that face us right now are enormous. And we could spend a lot of time going after people, or we could address those problems. I think we've already seen that President Trump is not a highly vindictive individual, and that he didn't go after Hillary after he was elected in 2016.
President Trump, you're saying President Trump is not a highly vindictive people. He's literally pledged to prosecute to Joe Biden. He said he would do that. He said he would go after people who wronged him.
I always have a tendency to look and see what people do, not so much what they say, particularly in the heat of political environment.
Trump, Dr. Carson, talks about getting revenge almost every day on social media. I mean, really, just days ago. I mean, should voters not take that seriously? Should voters have to wait until he's actually president to find out if that's going to happen?
Most recently, you have heard him say that the things that face us right now are so pressing that he's not going to have time to be vindictive.
He said he's not going to have time to be a dictator, which is an interesting thing to say. Dr. Ben Carson, thank you.
I said to be vindictive.
To be vindictive as well. Dr. Ben Carson, thank you very much. His administration, if he's elected. So I'll start with this. A self-pardon for January 6th crimes. Would you support Trump doing that?
I think that might be very reasonable.
And what about internment camps for migrants?
I think we need to get to a place where we don't have policies that invite the migrants in. And then we don't have to deal with the concept of internment camps, which obviously is not very palatable.
But Trump has said that he would do that. Would you support his decision to make camps for migrants?
Well, they have to have some place to stay. But again, the key thing is to make sure that we have policies in place that don't bring millions of people into our country, jeopardize not only our economy, but our safety, because there might be terrorists among them.
Just saying everything and counting the dollars at the end of the day because something doesn't add up. You would expect somebody with a medical background to be able to at least connect this bit with that bit and make some level of constructive sense.
Are you a racist party? Are you involved in a racist party?
No. We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Our goal is to make sure that today is better than yesterday. Are we perfect? No. But our goal is to always make sure we try and be more perfect every day that we can. I know I faced racism when I was growing up, but I can tell you today is a lot better than it was then. Our goal is to lift up everybody, not go and divide people on race or gender or party or anything else. We've had enough of that in America. That's why I'm so passionate about doing this. this. I don't want my kids growing up where they're sitting there thinking that they're disadvantaged because of a color or a gender. I want them to know that if they work hard, they can do and be anything they want to be in America.
So, Nikki Haley, it's almost like she gets a daily script from Trump's office. Don't believe anything she says. It's like Vivek. Oh, yeah, I don't like Trump, blah, blah, blah. Rubbish. Nikki Haley wants to be Trump's VP. So she's putting herself out there to raise her profile. At the end of the day, she's never going to go against Trump. Now, I don't know whether Trump wants her on his side or whatever. He, at the moment, is playing the whole birtherism thing. The same thing he did with Obama. And Nikki Haley is... she's just not the smartest cookie. Doesn't understand black American history. And I don't think... I think Nikki Haley has a penny or two. Sorry, dollar. My English background slipping in there. I think Nikki Haley has a dollar or two. I would love one journalist, that's just one, to say to her, Nikki, how much of your savings would you put on yourself becoming President of the United States of America? Somehow I don't think she would even risk 1 cent. Never mind $1. Whereas Ron DeSantis is studying every single court case involving Trump. Alvin Bragg, literally the situation in Georgia, Jean Carroll, Jack Smith, and he is praying with every ounce of his BS that he has inside himself that Trump goes down and he steps into Trump's shoes, the heir apparent. He is like, well, he's like, is he Trump 2.0 or something like that? That's his goal. I think he's going to have a problem because many people in Florida say that the two most missing in action people within the Republican setup are Melania Trump, and we know Melania Trump is obviously right now she's she's in mourning, so that's fair enough. And Ron DeSantis. When was Ron DeSantis last seen in Florida? Apparently now he's a resident of Iowa, and now he's moving to New Hampshire. So yeah, if you're in Florida and you need a governor, got some news for you. You're being abandoned. Sorry about that. That's just the way it is. Right, let me try and do some maths here. All right, this is for those who are a little bit obsessed with thinking that this... all right, so... Trump picked up some votes in Iowa, etc., etc. Doesn't mean anything. I'm going to do some circles. So, this is my maths here. Circle 1, okay? That is Trump's vote in the last election. Circle 2, all right, we'll call that B. That is President Biden's votes in the last election. Right, we're going to now add, do a plus sign, another circle, okay? All right, these are all the people who now don't like Trump, and they've said they will vote Biden instead. So that's plus, we'll call those plus T, plus Trumpers. All right. And then we're going to go down here and we're going to add all of the people who weren't of age to vote last time, and without being patronizing, the younger demographic does tend to vote Democrats. Just how it goes. So we put plus D. All right. Let me just go back to here. Our second bubble. These are all the people who voted for Biden last time around. Do you really think suddenly they're going to switch, even looking at the midterm results? Oh, let's vote for Trump instead. Very unlikely. And then we have all of these Trump people who are now Republicans, who are now Democrats, like Adam Kinzinger, etc. They're the public ones. There's a lot of other people who, so Biden picks those up as well. He then picks up the younger vote as well, the younger electorate. Add that all together. So this is Trump's bubble here. You then have the moderates and the independents. Right? That is here. That's where the election is. The question everybody needs to answer, has Trump said, done, or made anything which would attract the independents and moderates? Crickets.